My name is Emily. My dad runs several businesses, and being the daughter of a president, I grew up in a very affluent household, which perhaps allowed me to develop a very laid-back personality. However, my parents never judged me for it and raised me with plenty of love. Currently, I'm working at my father's company, but before that, I was always involved in animal-related work. I felt it was time to become independent, so I decided to find a job. I was supposed to work in a field related to animals, but due to a sudden vacancy, I ended up working temporarily at my father's company. I keep it a secret that I am the president's daughter because I don't want to be judged differently, and only a few people know about it.
Good morning, Emily.
Morning, Dad.
How's work? It's almost a year now.
I've gotten used to it, and everyone's so kind, so I'm enjoying it.
That's good to hear.
Oh. Don't forget our promise.
Of course, I'll make sure to increase the staff with the next HR changes so you can lead.
The promise with my dad was to have someone else take over my position during the next HR transition. Once the handover is complete, my responsibilities will end. I plan to pursue a job I love. Even though it was my father's company, working there as an office worker made me realize it's not quite the right fit for me, so I'm thinking of starting my own business. I'm looking forward to HR to find someone for my position, so I can prepare for this. My parents have always known about my love for animals and have allowed me to interact with many of them. Ever since I was a child, I had little interest in studying, and my test scores in elementary school were always dismal. However, seeing how I could easily befriend any animal, my parents quickly recognized this as my strength and never nagged me about my studies. Instead, to develop my strength, they would make time to gift me experiences at animal-related events and places. I have an older brother, 2 years older, who is the complete opposite of me. He loves studying. He was interested in management and said he would take over our father's company since middle school, so I think my father was also reassured knowing the company would be in my brother's hands. I was truly raised freely and without constraints. While I managed to endure compulsory education, school was my only source of stress. The pressure to conform with everyone else was hard for me. As a child, I was really bad at forming relationships with people and spent most of my time with animals. I tearfully told my parents that I didn't want to go to college. They weren't surprised and calmly began to talk to me. They said it was okay not to go to college. But they wanted me to promise that I would never stop learning. Instead of going to college, I started volunteering at a ranch that cares for retired racehorses. My interest in horses began in middle school, influenced by a book I read. They say that horses can understand when people are suffering, and they possess the power to heal. Intrigued by the mysterious abilities of horses, I eagerly began volunteering. I became captivated by the charm of horses, much more than I had imagined. Horses are truly mysterious creatures. If I'm ever slightly down, they come close and gaze at me with gentle eyes. It's as if they're asking, "Are you okay?" I loved having heart-to-heart conversations with horses. The people I met there were all so kind, and even I, who was terrible at socializing, could fit in. It seems I can connect with people who love animals. After volunteering there for 3 years, I then started volunteering at an animal shelter. Not only dogs and cats, but also birds and many other unusual animals were being cared for there. While the circumstances varied, initially seeing the injured animals was tough, and it almost broke my spirit. However, when a fellow volunteer told me, "Our job is to heal these animals' wounded hearts and help them find new families," I realized that although it's hard to see the injured ones, there is a lot of hope in looking ahead, and I grew to love this work. At the point they were rescued, these animals were safe. Realizing this, I felt motivated to protect them with all my might, leading me to propose various ideas and take initiative. It was a significant event for me. I was terribly afraid of expressing my opinions because I had often been told that my views were strange, which made me fear speaking up. I lost my energy because I was vaguely fighting such fears, and I began to hate the idea of school. It's not that they didn't like me or that they were harassing me. People around me were kind, but I was afraid to be my true self, making me feel uncomfortable. It was the animals that enabled me to start sharing my ideas and act proactively. No matter what others thought, I wasn't afraid if it meant creating a better environment for the animals. After working there for 4 years, I believe my interpersonal skills greatly improved. I learned how to communicate with people on equal terms and gained a lot of confidence in myself. Most people probably learn this during their school years, but I was clumsy and took a little longer. However, it all worked out in the end. Since I've always wanted to run my own animal shelter and needed work experience, and I was also thinking about becoming independent from my parents, entering the workforce became my next goal. This led to me joining my father's company, which has been my life journey so far. While my path has been somewhat different, thanks to my supportive parents, the trauma of being different was minimal, and I successfully stepped into the working world. Everyone at my current job is really nice, and even though it's not the field I want to be in, I enjoy working there every day. I started with the same salary as any other new employee, without any special treatment despite being the president's daughter. Initially, only my father and one other person in this company knew that I was the president's daughter. In fact, while everyone is nice, there's one particularly troublesome person. Even though my people skills have improved than before, I'm still clumsy and often unsure how to handle situations, especially with this person. Others do help me when they notice, but when I'm alone and confronted by this person, I can only wait silently for the time to pass. I don't want to complain to my father, it feels a bit childish to do so.
Emily, good work today. I'll be in the lounge.
Thanks. Yeah, I'll be there soon. He is my fiancé, Alex. He proposed on our 1-year anniversary of dating, and we're now engaged. Alex and I hit it off immediately after I joined the company and started dating soon after. We both love animals, and he's someone with whom I can feel secure and open up. Alex is the only one at the company who knows I'm the daughter of the president, and he's kept it a secret too. He even met my father shortly after we started dating, and they get along well. Unlike me, he can do his job well and is highly regarded by his boss and proud of his fiancée. I am so thankful that he values me, including the parts of me that are different. Every day I want to treat him the same way.
Hey, Emily, where are you going?
Oh. Mark, good work. I was just going on my lunch break.
Lunch break, huh? With your low education level and lack of skills, shouldn't you be working harder instead of taking breaks?
Well.
It's really troublesome that you can't even hold a conversation.
This unpleasant person is Mark. He's the head of my department, and he always makes snide remarks about my lack of formal education. Perhaps my slower pace at work annoys him, but I always complete all my tasks within the allotted time and don't make many mistakes. It feels completely unfair to be treated so harshly just for not having a degree. Feeling a bit down, I head to the lounge where Alex is.
Emily, over here.
Hey, Alex, good work today.
What's wrong? You seem less cheerful than before.
I ran into Mark.
Did he say something again? Shall I have a word with him?
No, please don't. I don't want to make a fuss over it. Alex is always on my side. I think he would talk to Mark if I asked, but I don't want to worry my father or escalate the situation, so I end up just venting without taking any action.
By the way, did you see the email from Mark?
Email? No, I haven't. Did he send me one?
It's about the company's 10th anniversary party. He's organizing it.
A party, huh? Dad would be pleased.
I know you're not fond of parties, but let's go for your father's sake, okay?
Yeah, I guess I will. I think I'll be leaving the company soon anyway, so I'll attend this time.
Great. I'll forward the email to you just in case.
Thanks. After lunch break, I returned to my desk to check my email. There was no detailed email from Mark. Perhaps it was a mass email, and he forgot to include me. I try not to think too much about it and check the email Alex forwarded. The party is next month on a Saturday at a hotel near the company. Everyone is excited and planning to dress up, so I consider booking a hair appointment. With that thought, I get back to work.
Are you still working on that? Can't you finish it up sooner?
Sorry, but I'm done with this part, so here you go.
Normally, employees prioritize work according to what their supervisor needs, right? You lack consideration.
I'll keep that in mind for next time. I gulped and replied yes, but I had doubts because I was working according to the priorities I had been taught, so I checked with the on-the-job trainer who had been teaching me the job. It turned out I was doing it correctly after all. While I understand that creating a conducive environment for the supervisor is part of an employee's job, this situation felt particularly unjust and it made me angry. That's why I hate dealing with people. Back at my desk, I muttered to myself in frustration. I was also upset with myself for not being able to navigate social interactions as smoothly as others, or to respond and settle matters effectively.
Emily, hey, you finished work. Did you see the email?
Alex, thanks for forwarding it. Yeah, I saw it.
What's wrong? Did the manager say something again?
Well, yeah, I really struggle with people. I wish I could be with horses.
Emily, you're human too. How about we go horseback riding on our next date?
Oh, I'd love that. Yes, please.
Then it's settled.
Thanks, Alex.
You're welcome.
Alex really knows how to handle me well. Alex knows how to lift my spirits and always tries to keep me smiling. It's rare for me to open up to someone this much, so my parents were initially surprised, but ultimately they were thrilled about the engagement. I haven't announced my engagement at the company yet, but plan to do so after the 10th anniversary party, including telling my manager. I hope I won't hear any mean comments again. Such negative thoughts sprout easily in me. The following week, Alex kept his promise and took me horseback riding. Horses are truly wonderful. I felt so healed and strongly desired to work with animals again. That evening, we planned to have dinner with my parents at my childhood home, so we went there together. We're home.
Good evening.
Oh, you're here. Sorry for the trouble, Alex.
Not at all. I've been looking forward to it.
Dad, were you at work today?
No, I took the day off.
I saw dress shoes by the entrance.
I went out to buy a shoe for the 10th anniversary party today.
Another suit.
Now, let's go inside.
My father has a habit of buying suits for every occasion, filling our home's closet with his collection. He likes to wear a different suit for each event as a way to commemorate the occasion. Seeing this makes me suddenly realize just how wealthy our family is. I can't help but think it's wasteful to buy a new suit every time. I always end up grumbling, and my dad soothes me. When will you ever have enough suits, Dad?
It's not about having enough, you know. It's about the memory of the occasion. I even keep my shoe from your baby dedication ceremony.
That's actually quite nice.
Hey, Alex.
Sorry, but it does sound nice, like having photos of memories.
You get it, Alex. It's a sensation of memories that only I can understand.
Then at least buy just a tie. Buying a whole suit every time seems too much.
I guess you still don't quite understand, Emily. Anyway, you two are coming to the party, right?
Of course, we'll celebrate without letting anyone realize your connection to Emily's father.
Right, our relationship is official at work, but no one knows about Dad and me yet. It's a bit nerve-wracking.
You won't be sitting at the same table, so just smile and you'll be fine.
Exactly. As Alex says, there's no need to be overly conscious. Let Alex support you.
Please, Alex.
I've got this. I'm looking forward to it.
At my family home, it's always like this, with Alex and my dad teaming up, and my arguments hardly ever prevail. But their interaction is so natural that I end up smiling too, and eventually, the conversation shifts, leading to a completely different conclusion than I initially anticipated. Well, it's not like we were discussing anything major, so it's okay. Men are curious creatures. On the day of the 10th anniversary party, I went to the beauty salon in the morning and, unusually, had makeup done. I like dressing up, but I'm terrible with makeup, usually settling for just foundation and lipstick, so having a full makeover was exciting and felt nice. I wonder if Alex will be surprised. When I returned from the salon, my dad was still lounging in his casual clothes. Dad, you're still in your loungewear. Are you sure about the time?
I'll be going about an hour after you. Wow, Emily, you look sharp.
Sharp, huh, thanks. Dad was relaxed, saying his chauffeur would pick him up later. I left a bit early for the venue because I wasn't used to walking in heels. It took about 30 minutes to get to the station where I was meeting Alex, so I quickly changed and left the house. Alex.
Emily, you look great in that dress. You did your makeup today. Pretty.
Thanks, I feel a bit embarrassed.
You're always pretty, but it's nice to see a change like this, ho.
Seeing Alex a bit shy was adorable, making me think I should learn more about makeup. We usually don't hold hands when around company colleagues, so Alex just gave me a wry smile as I wobbled in my heels. What a pity that he was so pleased with the makeup.
Are you okay? Want to walk barefoot to the venue?
I wish, but then I'd run my stockings. I'll manage.
It's quiet now, so hang on to me.
I decided to lean on Alex's arm before reaching the venue, feeling a bit embarrassed. I really want to improve my feminine skills. Lost in these self-deprecating thoughts, we quickly arrived at the venue.
Emily, I'm going to use the restroom. Can you check in first?
Got it. Wobbling, I searched for the registration desk. It seemed our company's event was in the furthest room. Instead of the organizing manager, a hotel staff member was at the reception. As I started to check in and gave my name, the receptionist began to look unsettled. Apparently, my name wasn't on the list. They hurried off saying they'd check immediately. Just my luck. I waited blankly at the reception when the manager and the hotel staff returned from inside.
Oh, this is about you. Don't worry, there's no seat for you, so it's fine. This way, the number of seats inside should match the list.
With that, Mark quickly headed back to the venue, leaving the hotel staff awkwardly returning to the desk. I was momentarily confused by what had happened, but instinctively, I called out to Mark. Mark.
What does the uninvited guest want?
What exactly is going on here?
What do you mean?
Despite my seriousness and desperation, Mark responded with a smirk. I struggled to contain my irritation and try to understand the situation. Why is my name not on the list?
Why would it be? Obviously, because there's no seat for you inside.
Why is that?
What do you mean why? I don't recall inviting you.
But isn't it strange that all employees were invited except me?
Did you even receive an invitation email?
Invitation email.
Everyone invited got an email detailing today's event. You didn't receive it, did you? How embarrassing to show up at a party you weren't invited to. I'm speechless.
The email I thought was missing due to an error was deliberately not sent by Mark. Realizing this, I nearly panicked to the point of hyperventilation, but managed to keep my composure. This was clearly harassment. Why wasn't I invited?
Don't you understand?
I don't.
Talking to you is so frustrating. You're slow in speaking and acting, bad at picking up hints, and not considerate. That's why I dislike people with low education.
But that's not relevant right now, is it? I was on the verge of tears from frustration at that moment, but refused to cry in front of him, though I probably looked tearful. But I'm sure I must have had tears in my eyes.
It's very relevant. This is our company's 10th anniversary. Wouldn't it be embarrassing to have someone with a high school education like you there? The president would surely prefer to celebrate with only the capable employees.
So, the president said that?
You don't get it, do you? That's why I said you're slow on the uptake. Unlike you, I can read between the lines and know what the president expects. There's no place for someone with a high school education like you here. Go home.
I understand. I don't agree, but if that's truly what the president wants, I should trust you, Mark.
You got quiet when I mentioned the president. Of course. Trust me, I'm educated and smart. Now go home.
Excuse me. I struggled to hold back the rising frustration and tears. As I turned and walked towards the exit, tears began to fall. I needed to contact Alex. Where could he be? With only 7 minutes to the party's start, I wondered if he had already gone inside. Sorry, Dad. I felt terribly guilty for feeling like an embarrassment at my father's company's anniversary party. I must be unfit for the professional world. I'm sorry for being such an embarrassing daughter. I thought as I cried.
Emily, what happened?
Oh, no.
Let's calm down and step outside.
Meeting Alex by chance, I felt a sense of relief, and my tears wouldn't stop. We stepped outside, and I drank the beverage Alex had bought for me. After my breathing, which had been close to hyperventilating, settled a bit, I told him everything. I'm sorry, it seems I'm really not cut out for this corporate world.
You shouldn't be apologizing, Emily. Nobody thinks that way, and even if they did, what the manager did was harassment.
But you must be embarrassed to have a girlfriend like me.
Not a girlfriend, a fiancée. And I'm not embarrassed at all. I'm proud of you.
Thank you, Alex. What should I say to Dad? He must be so disappointed.
Emily, you will attend the party. Leave it to me.
But how can I face everyone after being made to cry like that?
It's okay, trust me. I have a plan. Just promise me one thing. When you enter the venue, do it with confidence. So, go to the bathroom and fix your makeup. I'll wait for you.
Okay. I understand. Following Alex's advice, I headed to the bathroom. With just 3 minutes to go before the start, I didn't want to go, but I trusted Alex. What's going to happen? My heart won't stop racing. After quickly touching up the makeup around my eyes, I step out of the bathroom and see Dad.
Emily, I heard everything from Alex. It must have been tough. But it's okay now.
Your father knows everything. Emily, when your name is called, come into the venue. Remember the promise. Enter with confidence. Okay.
My father hugged me, and I nearly cried again, but I held back to not ruin my freshly fixed makeup. Alex seemed to have something in mind, and though I was confused, I decided to follow their lead. As the party started,
Hello everyone. Thank you all for gathering here. I am Mark, serving as the organizer and MC for today.
standing outside with my father, I was anxious to find out what was going to happen next. Hearing Mark's cheerful voice from inside sent shivers down my spine.
Our company has reached its 10th anniversary thanks to everyone's hard work. As a department head, I, Mark, have been leading a fulfilling life thanks to the support of our excellent employees.
Applause echoed from the venue. I wondered how Alex felt listening to this.
We will soon have a special address from Mr. Robert. And today, by special request of Mr. Robert, we have a surprise guest joining us, so please look forward to it. Now, let's welcome the president. Everyone, please applaud.
As applause filled the room again, my father entered the venue. Standing outside alone, my anxiety grew, and my legs trembled. It's okay, it's going to be okay. I whispered to myself like a mantra, waiting for the moment to come. Soon, my father began his speech. It was soothing compared to Mark's voice. It's natural, I suppose, since he is my father.
Thank you all for gathering today. And thank you, Mark, for planning and executing this event. Please allow me a moment to speak.
My father was expressing superficial thanks to Mark. Even though I know it's not heartfelt, it still makes me feel uneasy. I kept chanting my mantra, hoping for a deeper meaning.
I run several companies, and none of them could have grown without your hard work. I want to express my gratitude once again. Thank you. There's something else I want to say. Family is the most important thing to me. I believe everyone here has family, friends, and loved ones who are precious. Please cherish them. I couldn't be in this position without my family. People who don't value others won't be valued in return. It may seem obvious, but some people seem to forget this recently. As the head of this company, I want to make it clear. I am immensely grateful for my family and will do anything to protect them.
The crowd erupted in cheers and applause. I was deeply moved by my father's speech. I'm the one who should be grateful for raising such an unconventional daughter with care. Now it should be my turn to repay the favor, yet I've caused more trouble and worry.
Thank you. Remember, your colleagues at work are also your companions. Never intentionally hurt them. If I find anyone doing so, I will take strict action. Understood? Today is a special day, and I want to introduce someone who has been a driving force behind my work and who stepped in to fill a sudden vacancy in our company. Without this person, we wouldn't be celebrating today. Please, come inside.
The room buzzed with excitement, then burst into loud applause and cheers. Mark began to speak into the microphone as if to address the crowd.
Now, let me introduce you. Please welcome the president's daughter.
The doors of the venue opened. Guided by the staff, I enter the venue. My legs trembling. It's okay, it's okay. While chanting to myself like a spell, I kept my promise to Alex by holding my head high and walking straight ahead, looking towards where my father was.
What?
Thank you for the sudden invitation today, and I want to express my gratitude to everyone who has supported my father daily. The venue erupted in surprise and uproar, with exclamations heard throughout. My colleagues, who had been friendly, were in shock. Alex looked at me proudly, nodding in approval. I apologize for keeping silent until now. Thanks to everyone who treated me well without knowing I am the president's daughter, I have enjoyed my work every day. I managed to persevere through the year because of everyone but one who patiently taught me, including my on-the-job trainers. Before bowing, I glanced at Mark. He was aware of his snide remarks and now pale and shocked that I was the one entering as the president's daughter. Once I started speaking, I couldn't stop. As my father mentioned earlier, we should value our colleagues. I believe the workplace, where we spend most of our day, should be comfortable. But I have been harassed constantly throughout this year. I apologize for bringing this up at a celebration, but today, I reached my breaking point. As I was close to tears, many voices from the audience encouraged me, saying, "You can do it." With the crowd's support, I felt empowered to expose Mark. Mark, who called me a low-educated high school graduate and constantly complained despite my not doing anything wrong, and who went so far as to not invite me to today's party. Mark was at a loss for words. The venue fell silent, hanging on my every word. My father looked at me, signaling to speak freely. Alex gripped my hand, watching intently. "Suddenly you have nothing to say. Had I told you earlier that I was the president's daughter, you wouldn't have treated me this way. Your true nature was revealed because I didn't disclose it. It took me a year to speak up, but I will no longer be silent. I am ready to fight this thoroughly." After a brief silence, the room erupted into a standing ovation. Because everyone has been supporting me behind the scenes, they are aware of the situation. They agreed with me because I spoke up about it.
Fight? What do you mean?
We'll take it where it needs to go.
That, Mr. Robert. This is just a small misunderstanding.
Emily, you did well. Leave the rest to me.
Today, I will call him as usual. Dad. Congratulations on the 10th anniversary. The atmosphere in the venue soared, and chants of my name began to echo. It was a bit embarrassing, but seeing Mark's pale face and being part of my father's significant celebration made everything worthwhile.
I know the speech was a little out of sync with the party, but she is a clumsy girl. Please look at her warmly. Now I will conclude my speech.
After my father's closing remarks, the formalities gave way to a more relaxed buffet-style dinner. The tables were cleared away for a standing setup, so I took off my heels to join in. I enjoyed the evening meal with Dad and Alex. Many people approached to commend my bravery. Some people were surprised to learn I'm the president's daughter and approached me, but I asked them to treat me as usual.
Well, Mr. Robert, I'm terribly sorry.
What exactly are you misunderstanding?
Yes.
It's not me who should be apologizing, right? It should be Emily.
I'm really sorry.
The apology seemed reluctant, with a sullen expression. Alex and I exchanged glances and shrugged our shoulders. My father was extremely upset with Mark's attitude. What's with that attitude? Can't you treat people as equals?
Yikes, I'm sorry. I apologize.
Surprised by my father's rare outburst, Mark knelt down. The onlookers snickered and took pictures of the scene. This must have been a testament to Mark's character. No one defended him. After taking photos, everyone returned to their dinner. I didn't want to interact with Mark anymore or even see his face, so I moved to get more food and sat in a chair along the wall. Mark remained kneeling, motionless.
I'll inform you of your consequences later. Be prepared.
Please, Mr. Robert. Anything but firing me.
While Mark cried, my father went around greeting each employee, leaving him behind. After that, the party ended peacefully, and it was time to go home. I no longer needed to hide being my father's daughter, so I got a ride with him. My feet were hurting, and, of course, Alex was with us. Dad, Alex, thank you so much for today. I can't believe I was able to speak in front of all those people.
You were great.
Oh, you were magnificent. You've really grown up.
Grow up? I'm already in my 30s, you know. Actually, it was Alex who had told Mark just before that Mr. Robert wanted to bring his daughter along. Unaware that I was the daughter, Mark had prepared everything, saying he would do whatever Mr. Robert wished. Afterward, my father decided to fire Mark. Indeed, it was decided that excessive harassment and educational discrimination must not be tolerated. He would have made the same decision even if the victim had been someone else, as he explained during a company-wide meeting, ensuring everyone understood that our company does not tolerate harassment. I've never seen anyone as mean as Mark in this company, so I'm not worried. Even so, the future remains uncertain. If the current employees, who are older and more experienced, must enforce this strictly, otherwise, we might have victims again. This must be avoided at all costs. Seizing this opportunity, my father decided to conduct training on harassment and the importance of recognizing discrimination across all the companies he owns. Especially those in managerial positions are to be rigorously retrained. Meanwhile, Alex and I started preparing for our wedding. It was going to be a small ceremony with family only, but it was my dream, so we visited many places to find the perfect location, yet none felt right. Seeing me disheartened, Alex made a suggestion. It was such an incredible idea that it brought me to tears. The idea was to have the wedding at a ranch with horses. There couldn't have been a place more perfect for us. With the venue set, preparations progressed smoothly, and only the big day awaited. After the wedding, I decided to quit my job. I made up my mind to establish an animal sanctuary, a dream and goal of mine from the past. I had been saving up for this, but upon getting married and becoming independent, my father offered to finance it, telling me to use the savings for ourselves, which allowed me to start without worrying about finances, and I felt relieved. I understand that my situation is not the norm, but I am grateful for the environment I have been given and will live appreciating it. Using my own experiences, I plan to thoroughly educate the employees who will work with me, turning my past hurts into positive action. I've always somewhat hidden the fact that I am the daughter of the president, but something has changed. I wasn't born choosing to be the daughter of a president, nor am I causing anyone misfortune. I realized it's okay to redistribute the advantages I've been given to those in need, including animals. This realization has lightened my spirits and given me the confidence to communicate with others. I am the daughter of the president. So what?